Hey y'all, I caught myself off guard. Anyway, hey y'all, happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? Uh, wish everyone well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself, right? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And all of my social media stuff is down in the description box, as well as my email and my Cash App. You want to donate to my channel, please do. I need a, what you call that? Cash App, y'all. Got the Cash App will be down in there, right? Email, thoughts, concerns, questions, whatever, right? Comments. And the t-shirts. Still got the Easter special, $20. Email me your full name, full address, and size and color, and I'll email you back your shipping and handling, and then you Cash App me your balance. New subscribers, welcome. I ain't gonna be on here but a minute, y'all. I want to talk about I don't even know what to call them. I was gonna say something funny, but I ain't gonna say it. I want to talk about Nature Boy. That is the polygamous cult leader that was arrested here in DeKalb County. And he has a lot of charges, and I'm going to tell you guys the charges. He has 5 charges, and he has no bond. They haven't given him a bond. Now, let me tell y'all this. I have to go and look at this and then come back and then look at it again because it's so bizarre, it's too bizarre. You know what I'm saying? It's so bizarre, it's too bizarre, right? And I was hoping that it was 14 of them in the house. I was hoping that these young ladies, especially, the young men too, but the young ladies would leave, right? I was hoping they would leave, but they form some sort of solidarity, some sort of weird loyalty to him, and they have not went anywhere, right? And and I was reading that they did ask them, they took them off separately and asked them did they want to leave, and they said no. That's crazy. Wait, where did I see? Oh, yeah, that's crazy. So, he has no bond. And I've been watching some of the weirdest videos, right? And someone said, and I don't know if it was my comments or somebody else's comments, that to pray before you look at this demonic stuff and pray after. Because I had stopped looking at it, right? After I did that, I had stopped because it was so, but I'm curious, I'm curious. We have a modern day cult leader, young black man. I don't know if we've had any notorious black cult leaders. I can't remember, but I know we've had some white ones, right? And they usually don't end up well. So I'm real concerned about this. And it's right here near me, 5 miles away from me. Even if it was 100 miles, I'm still concerned, right? But the charges that he has are false imprisonment, rape, felonious, prohibition, nude, explicit electronic transmissions. It says those are misdemeanors. And then prohibition, nude, explicit electronic transmissions, 2 of those are felonies. So the young lady, Velvet, that was one of his wives, not sure if the baby is his or not, she's the one who went to the police. And so they're saying that she's lying. She's saying she's telling the truth, right? That he did revenge porn on her. Revenge porn. So when she broke up with him and left, he put their new porno stuff on Twitter, right? And maybe Bigo too, but I know it says Twitter, right? So that's called revenge porn, right? And so they're investigating this, right? And like I said, he has no bond. And she's saying that he did that because she left him, right? Now, again, Nature Boy's name is Elijah Bishop, right? And the name of his cult is Carbon Nation. Now, it was called Melanated Nation or something like that, right? And you know what I found strange? I told y'all this before. So he's been in other countries, Honduras and Costa Rica. He was in Hawaii. They put him out of, it was Hawaii. because he didn't obey the pandemic rules or something. He went against the rules. And so they put him out of there, right? Now, years ago, they're saying he was a barber, a well-known barber here in Atlanta, and that he also was a stripper, exotic dancer, whatever you call it. He was a stripper, right? And I also don't know how true this is, that he was sort of like an escort, right? And, you know, he borderlines on gay. I guess you're going to call it bisexual because he got ladies in the house too. But to me, I think he has so much anger towards him because he's gay. That's just my opinion, my uneducated psychological opinion on him, right? But the wife, the lady, Velvet, the young lady Velvet, said that he abused her. And she left because he was hitting on her. And he posted 4 videos. So that revenge porn was not just 1, not just 2, but 4 videos, right? Now, see, for me, but I guess you don't have your mind. You're in that weird kind of situation. But we ain't videoing, but he videos everything. And see, not on Bigo because I got off of there, but very big on Bigo, right? Very big on Bigo. So another woman left, she didn't leave her name, said that they've been subjected to sexual coercion and abuse. So he just having his way with them. That's just having his way for his own little weird pleasures, right? Now, it says his cult reportedly began as one centered around sexual and naturalist themes. That's why he was out in the jungles and all that. He didn't believe in clothes and all that, right? Till they put him out of there. Now it has become, he's reoriented, and it has become his own messianic self-image and black liberation message, because he's God. Don't forget that, he's God, right? And, he believes in that number 3. But he says, this is a quote from him. They want to crucify me. They want me dead. There's hate that surrounds me. You can feel it, just like any other prophet. So now he's a prophet. He's a prophet. Only me, I'm the return of the Christ. This Negro done went crazy. He's the return. Now, if he was Christ, seemed like he'd be out of jail by now. It seemed like the followers would be questioning how Christy he is, right? This whole thing is so sad to me because, like, where are these people's family members, right? They probably all over the country. Maybe they're not aware of what's going on. But this bothers me because I have children and, have grown daughters and everything. I got granddaughters. This bothers me, right? It bothers me on a bad level that he has diluted their brain, brainwashed them so that even that he's gone, they still want to stay. Even though they getting slapped. I was watching this video, and Malaya, which is the head one, I think Malaya took Velvet's place. So Velvet was the main line, right? She was number 1. When she left, then Malaya got her spot. They was just talking, having fun in the video, and next thing he said was slap, I'm going to call her Fufu, I don't know what her name is, right? And Malaya turned around there and slapped taste out of her mouth, right? And the girl just shocked for a minute, and then just kept on holding up them weird signs and stuff. Like, it's so much weirdness. Like, at first I said, I want them all to get therapy, and I do. But I think this is going to be years. If they ever get out of this, they're going to need years of therapy. They may need to go somewhere and stay for a while. Like, I wouldn't even want them out around society. Because, what if something they see triggers something or something? To be abused, to be verbally abused is one thing. To be sexually abused, that's another. Like, what kind of weirdo stuff is going on in that house, or what's going on? And then there's some guys in there now. What's going on now, right? They don't want to leave. They dressed up like half Indian, half Muslim. I don't know what they are. But he's their leader. And they're saying they're going to do, I've been watching videos, they said that we're going to do everything we can. At one time, about that first day, they were standing outside the jail. Now, I don't know what that was going to do, but they were standing outside the jail. The guys was, right? This is so crazy. And like I told y'all, that was a very nice house, too. It's in a cul-de-sac. Like, them white folks weren't having that. Them people, they wasn't having that, right? They weren't having that. So they had to break down the door. And they said when they went, they could see them moving around and stuff, but they wouldn't open the door. They talked through the megaphone and all that, but they wouldn't open the door. They had to break the door down to get in there. And then when they got in there, they were all laying on the floor, right? I guess that's what he told them to do. They were laying on the floor by the door. But they arrested him without incident. He didn't do all that talking and doing all that doing. He didn't do any of that, right? But like I said, they did take them to the side. You know, they were actually taken to DeKalb County jail to be interviewed. So like, I'm glad that they did that. But they didn't want to leave. You know, they just didn't want to leave, right? So I don't understand. I will probably never understand. But I think that this is still my thing. Like, what has gone on in your life that you want to follow this guy? This guy who abuses. I saw a video, y'all. He was eating a sandwich, right? And they were all on the floor on their knees, looked like the boys and the girls. And it was, let's say it was a half a sandwich, and he passed it around. Each one took a bite, and they took it like it was the most delicious, best thing they ever had, and they was happy for that one bite. That blew me right there. That right there in itself, he need to go to jail. He's not feeding them, and he was eating, and it's so good and all that. And he did it. Each one, they ate off. They ate. He passed it around, and he got it to the girls. He fed the boys first off that one sandwich. They got a bite, and they were so happy about that bite. I was like, what kind of craziness is this? Like, the mind, he done took their minds and took it outside and put it in the garbage can. Because they not having no thoughts of their own. They couldn't be. Because I'm hungry. If I'm hungry, that's going to really make me wild out. But I guess he's conditioned them to be hungry, right? It's so not right and so bizarre on so many levels. And I'm so glad that he doesn't have a bond, right? I'm so glad that he doesn't have a bond. It was something I wanted to say. Now, he's been kicked out of 3 countries. Panama, a couple of them in Central America. I know one of them was Costa Rica. Like, I want to know, how did he get around in those countries? How did he do that? And did he go with them feathers in his head? Like, did he look culty when they went to them countries, right? And then they returned to America during the pandemic for breaking quarantine. So they even told you to sit down. Don't come out. This is when they said, don't everybody sit down. And him and his goofy tribe of people he went outside. So they had to leave Hawaii and come back to America. Now, I've been seeing I'm going to do some research on it. There's an older lady that was in his group in Central America, in his cult. And her name was Mama Dia. She died. But when she died, they dropped her off naked at the morgue. They dropped her off naked. Well, I guess they was all naked over there in Central America. That's what they was based on, nudity, right? This is so weird. He has complete control over their mind, their movements. First of all, that's a lot of people to be controlling. Like, I don't want to control them people. This is hard enough time to take care of me and figure out what I'm doing in my day, right? And he makes them, besides all this pampering they have to do to him, he makes them lay face down at his feet. And there was a child in that house, y'all. I just never seen the child in the video, but there was a child in it, and I looked at a lot of videos. Like I said, I watch it, and I don't go back to it for a few days because it's a lot. Like the video I saw when Malaya left, and she was running down the street or wherever she was going, and the whole group of girls, the other wives, followed her, and I think that's why they accosted her and jumped on her. But when she was talking to them, at one point, her voice sounded demonic. Her whole voice changed. Like, all of that is, I don't really fool with demons and demonic stuff and spooky shit like that. I don't fool with it because I believe in it, right? So I don't fool with it, you know. But I got to talk about this because I'm so concerned about it, and it's so weird. And he's a young guy. See, you know, sometimes I think them cult leaders be older. This guy's a young guy. I want to say he's 33 years old. And he's been had a cult. And you know what's even more shocking to me is that there are people on Bigo, social media, because he have them call in. I watched some videos where they call in. He give them his phone number, and they call in. And they're really asking him questions and interested in him. Like, that nigga kookier than shit. What you interested in? What are you talking about for? What you listen? Black women. So listen, somebody has failed these black women, right? These young black women. Something happened along the way that you would think, oh, I'm going to call in him. Good. I'd rather you call Kevin Samuels than call him, right? They call him and ask him of his advice. People are donating to him, to his cause, whatever that weird thing that may be, right? There's a whole bunch of weirdos in the world, y'all. Whole bunch of weirdos. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on a swivel, because there's a whole bunch of weirdos out in the world. And men are very predatory. They're predatory by nature. But then you have some bad predators. You have some good predators and some bad predators. This is horrible. This is horrible. Yeah, he worked in the adult film industry. He worked in the adult film. And so somebody said stripper, but it says here in the adult film industry. You know, like I said, when I saw him doing that video, doing all that voguing and all that, and he went into a full Chinese split and then got on his head and opened his legs wide. That's that feminine energy was coming out of him, right? So listen, y'all. I don't know. You know, I hope he don't get out. That's what I hope. I hope he goes to jail. I don't know how much time. I'm going to research how much time all of these charges and what it could possibly, because they're not saying, usually say this could take up to 5 years, 10 years. I won't even go for a long time until he get his mind right. You know, but he, you know, and I understand that he was in foster homes. His parents died. He was in foster homes and he was abused and bounced around and bounced around. I get that. I get that. But he needs some help and he needs some therapy and he needs some medicine and he needs to stay away from society for a while. Okay? So anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Email me for your t-shirts. Cash at me. You want to donate or want to pay for your t-shirts. Okay? So everybody have a good weekend. Be safe. All right? I know we tired of these masks. I'm tired of them. And you want everybody to see your pretty little face, right? But we got to keep them on, y'all. We got to keep them on. Okay? All right. Be good.